This is our stained glass cells resin tutorial in our crystal edge vanity tray mold. There it is in all its sparkling glory. I'm going to be using Art Pro Resin later on, but here I'm just putting down a basic 1-to-1 resin just to be able to put my glitter down and create a nice shiny top coat with no bubbles in it. And what's funny, I was trying to recreate our video. Where did I write that down? I was trying to do the tray version of our starflower pour from video 128, but as you'll see, I ended up creating something similar to our stained glass bubbles pour from video number 84. That was in a round mold though. It is a little colder here in Florida, and I found Art Pro Resin starts acting kind of weird in colder weather, even though it wasn't that cold. But here I am just putting down the glitter, and I went a little overboard with the glitter. But I have a couple ounces down here, I think 3.5 ounces, just to cover that front area and let the glitter dry, because I didn't want to have, it's glitter and crushed glass. I didn't want to have to drop it through. And I'm using acrylic inks again, my favorite Liquitex ones. I have Prism Violet, Prussian blue, a white pigment paste, and then I mixed two colors, a deep purple and dioxazine purple for a small push, which I later found out I don't think you really need when you're pouring this tray. Just showing you my colors there. There's the mixture of the deep purple and the dioxazine. It's a very small push. And again, when you'll see in the end, it really wasn't necessary. Usually when you do this in a round mold, the push opens up the center. And here you saw that the resin was about 27 to 28 degrees Celsius by the time I finished mixing. Normally it's around 30 degrees Celsius. So you see it was a little colder. And because I had a lot of resin there, I put it in piping bags. And after that first layer had cured the next day, I'm just putting down another small amount, maybe about 2.3 ounces, just to have a little bit of clear underneath the colors. And then it's just a crazy crosshatch pattern. You'll see it here in a minute. Just popping some bubbles there. And you'd think in the piping bag I would not have blobs, but as you see I just blobbed it right away. And these are just random lines. This is what I do in a lot of my other pours, my crystal edge round mold and all my other crystal edge molds. This was the first time that I tried it in a tray mold that it actually worked. I tried it last year and I had some catastrophes, but this did work. But another thing towards the end, I'll just talk now since there's so much time to do this with the colors. Normally it'll cure and get hard, somewhat hard overnight. The resin was so soft and I thought maybe I'd ruined it by putting too much coloring. So you're really not supposed to go more than 5% with color. I ended up putting it in the G3 resin curing machine for 6 hours to harden it. So I don't know that the weather is so cold. We have lack of humidity now, and that could be the problem. But here I am doing the second color, and again, it's just random lines. Sometimes I draw a star. Sometimes this wasn't the circle one though. It's just random scratchy lines, crosshatch lines. And I'm taking a little bit of the extra and just going around the edges because I knew it would push up on the crystal edges. But anyhow, yeah, I've never had resin take 6 hours to cure in a curing machine. If I'd had that curing machine goes up to 140 degrees. So if that had just been sitting around in my house, who knows, it might still be curing days later. But after I've done the purple and the blue, or the prism, is it prism violet? Yeah, and the Prussian blue, I go in with the white pigment paste doing the same thing. There's a lot of resin in those bags. I've never had those quite so full. Usually I only have about 0.68 ounces for white paste when I do a bloom, but this took a lot. And I basically just, I know how much resin this mold takes. I think it's around 20 ounces of resin. And I'd put down the 3.5 and then the 2.5. So I kind of guesstimated and I came up a little short. I probably could have had an extra 2 ounces of resin, although the finished piece does look good. And I'm just using a torch there to pop some bubbles and then just going in with the white, doing random lines. And this is exactly how I did video 128. But this ended up looking like video 84. So like we always say, resin does what resin wants to do. And as you see there, I'm drawing more of a little star pattern. Don't know why I started doing that with the white. But I try to keep the white away from the very edges because I don't like having white in the crystal edges because the darker colors just sparkle better. But I'm just trying to distribute it there evenly. I wonder if I have any more little notes here. Nope, my 6 hours of... Yeah, that was crazy. It was about... How cold was my house? My house is only about 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Normally it's about 76, but temps are down. Humidity is way down, so who knows? I have to be careful with the Art Pro Resin at this time of the year. And again, this is real time, so just trying to get everything out of that piping bag. And then I think I take a little, well, no, I still put more white in. Then I think because it was a little bit short, I don't think 2 ounces would have filled it. I probably could have used at least another ounce of resin. Oh, there I go. There's my big push. You'll see in the finished product, I don't think this is really necessary. I did not want to have a big clear center. That's why I went with the darker color. And there I'm just taking a silicone pen and dragging it into the edges. Not really a pen, it's a stick, silicone stick. And there's a little time lapse that didn't really do anything, much of anything. And it was, like I said, very soft, so I had to put it in that G3 curing machine for 6 hours. And it wasn't like that deep of resin. It was like maybe 12 ounces or 14 ounces, I forget total. But once I'd had it in that curing machine, it was time to demold, and I had my fingers crossed. I do love how beautiful and rich the colors look. And voila, stained glass cells. I think it turned out really beautiful. The sparkling edges are great, a little heavy on the glitter and glass, but all in all, it's a beautiful pour, and I'm happy with it. Our crystal edge vanity tray mold made this project shine.